Everyone's heard about their PPL, bro split, Arnold split, and upper lower. But what if we take upper lower, tilt it on its side, and make it left right? I saw this probably said jokingly in a Insta comment section, but I'm not one to understand the joke, so I thought it sounded quite interesting.
Left-right split is a fantastic alternative to upper-lower in full body.
So for the next week or two, I'm gonna be doing the left-right split. Today is left day. With how amazing this all sounds, there must be some like plot hole, right? Well, there is, because there's some muscles you can't really train unilaterally. For example, the abs, they would be quite hard to train. So yesterday I compiled every like boring muscle group plus the ones I couldn't really train unilaterally and did them yesterday. It consisted of the most fuck-ass boring exercises you could think of. I did calf raises, I did rotator cuff, I did abs and cardio. Well, I do that normally as well. So instead of doing something boring every session, I just suffer through Monday. Also, there's gonna be a lot of machines. I do like to do compound lifts at the beginning of all of my sessions. That's why I chose the Romanian. Alright, so this was day one of the experiment and I only trained my left side. At this point I felt completely normal, which was kind of suspicious. Everything felt strong, coordinated, and nothing felt completely weird yet. Basically felt like a normal workout, but every set I felt like I was forgetting something, which I was. Mentally it was harder than I expected, because I really had to focus on not training the other side at all, and I felt like it could somewhat work. While I wait for my next machine, because after all it is 4 o'clock on a Monday, I can say that exercises like this actually feel a bit better than doing them normally, just because you don't have to exhaust yourself after doing one set already. You're just one set, rest, bang. Halfway through the workout I started noticing something. My left side got way more pumped than usual, like way more. This could be due to the motor unit induction or whatever my favorite fitness influencer was talking about.
You're doing everything unilateral, so it's going to be more motor recruitment.
It felt satisfying but a little uncomfortable, and I was already thinking about how weird the next day was going to feel. But performance was still good and my energy was way higher than usual. Alright, so as I said, it's 4 o'clock on a Monday, so all the big places where I usually pose with the good lighting and all that got taken. So I opted for this transsexual bathroom instead. It actually is the transsexual changing room. Tomorrow though, I'm training a lot earlier, so I think I can tell which arm I trained today. I mean, it's one of the most peculiar feelings I've ever felt. Like on par with getting drunk the first time or like jerking off the first time. It's crazy feeling, especially, I mean, I don't want to sound gay or anything, but like the feeling of having like a pump in your left cheek but not your right is it's kind of crazy. I think if you're into that, try it. I don't know how I should. Here's my left arm, here's my right, left, right. Here's my left tricep. Here's my right. Yeah. Let's see you tomorrow. Day 2 was the right side. Immediately it felt different. Not weaker exactly, just a lot less coordinated. I didn't expect the difference to be noticeable after just one day. My body felt slightly confused about what was going on. The strength was there though, but the movements didn't feel as smooth at all. Alright. I slept 8 hours, but I still don't have any fucking energy at all. I got my friend to even pinch me as hard as he could right here. Worked a bit, but I mean, I think you can tell I'm pretty tired. One exercise left though, I think. Feeling the effects of yesterday, especially in the walking around, just feeling the soreness in the left glute and not the right is extremely weird. Really weird. Laid in bed, felt like off balance for some reason. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have time to pose as well. But by the end of the workout, things started getting strange. My right side felt worked, but my left side felt even more worked. My whole body just felt very uneven. Walking around like that felt quite funny. It was like leaning without actually leaning. Recovery-wise, I already started questioning how this was going to play out. Alrighty. Yeah, it's a bit earlier now, but I'm still kind of scared. There was a fine lady sitting outside, so I'm kind of scared they have a thing in here soon, so I'm gonna need to hurry up. It's the right and the left. You can definitely tell which one I trained today. The peak on the right is, I mean, it's usually bigger, but today it's like abnormally bigger. Arm on the right, arm on the left. Fucking the size difference is crazy. Yeah, you can see my acne is starting to come back a bit. Fucking hell, it's like it goes in cycles. Not those kind of cycles, like winter, summer. When I get sunshine, the acne goes away, and when there's not, it comes back. I think they're coming in. Yeah, well, if I'm quick, maybe. Here's the right. There's the left. You can see the size difference now. Yeah, let's get out of here. Alrighty, it is now day 3 of working out, day 4 of the whole experiment. The left fatigue has worn out, the right hasn't. So I'm gonna try left today. The past 2 days I did a leg exercise as the compound movement in the beginning of the workout. So for the next 2 days, not to get too imbalanced, I will do a upper body exercise as the first compound movement. I don't know what exercise that is gonna be today. Kinda figuring out as I go. Hopefully I have high hopes. Alrighty, just warming up now, and I figured out what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a single dumbbell press, like one arm out here to hold the balance and one here to press. Feels weird warming up both arms, but only training one of them. When I went back to the left side, it actually felt surprisingly good. The strength was still there, maybe a bit better actually. The muscles felt fresh, but also more sensitive. I just remembered I can film like this. Yeah, well, that ain't gonna work. I was a bit more used to the movements than on day 1, so I increased the weights. And that was when I finally started understanding why some people might enjoy training unilaterally, but still not to the extent where they have separate days for it. Alrighty, done 3 exercises now, I think. I haven't had the energy to talk a lot. You know, it's weird. Normally during today's session I do step-ups as the first exercise, which would have worked, but I still, for some reason, have incredible fatigue in my hamstring and glute from 2 days ago. I don't know, could be a pretty big flaw from all of this. Maybe that's because I haven't trained hamstrings a lot, but I feel it in my glute as well, so it's probably not that. Anyways, I skipped the step-ups and did leg extensions instead. I don't know what other leg exercise I'm gonna do today though. Towards the end of the workout, fatigue felt very localized, very different than usual. My left side was completely done, but my right side felt like I could train again. But training my right side again will also fatigue my left side a bit. That's where the balance feelings really peaked. But I wasn't tired overall, I was just half tired, which felt extremely strange. Recovery after this session was definitely something interesting. Alrighty, day 4, final day of the experiment. I'm a bit wet right now, you can't really see it, but well, I'll show you. This is how it looks outside, and you think like, yeah, there isn't any rain out here. Well, I thought the exact same. So I put on my normal jacket, and come to find out there's these little fuck-ass raindrops in the air that you can't really see, and I got absolutely drenched. Oh God, they trying to drown me in this! But I'm gonna do the exact same thing as, exact same exercises as I did yesterday. Should be fun. Final day was the right side again, but then everything felt amplified. Every rep felt a bit heavier, not because I was weaker, but because my body felt slightly out of sync. I had a bit less energy, so that could be the cause, but I was still way more aware of my form, tempo, and control than usual. By the end of the session, I felt work, but surprisingly slightly less uneven than I thought. And I'm honestly glad I stuck with it. I also forgot to film some of the exercises because I forgot I was filming a YouTube video. This program had gotten me dementia. Man, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Alrighty, last exercise. Yesterday I think I did pec fly as my last exercise, but unfortunately this Smith machine was taken, so I did that earlier and now this. Shouldn't make too much of a difference. I didn't wanna change too much in the whole program between the days, because I know the body is already very asymmetrical, but I don't wanna worsen it. My right arm and leg are already quite a lot stronger than my left. Fucking Bulgarian split squats. This exercise should be fucking dreadful. I hate it.
I fucking hate it! It's full of dickheads! I fucking hate it!
Alright, time to get fucked in the ass. Oh, I'm never doing this shit again. Alright, session went pretty much the same as yesterday, but I cut my finger open, spilled a fuck ton of water in my bag, which has now dried up for the most part, and I have a banana with me. Aww. Session took around 4 hours because I spent probably around like 1 hour bullshitting around and trying to dry my bag and getting blood off my thumb. Here's the arm I trained. Right day today. Maybe you can, oh, I haven't tried this yet, doing a lat spread and see if it's any difference. I don't know, you should probably be able to tell a difference. I can't see, here, yeah, oof, my fucking shoulder on the right is so much bigger. Legs should also see a massive difference. There's the right, I have a few veins here. Also, I got a fucking massive one there on my calf. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, session went great. I'll cut to tomorrow when I can give my whole whole analysis on all this. Yeah, okay, so it's actually the day after I was supposed to film. Reason being, I had the worst, most dramatic fucking fuck-ass hangover ever. Lesson learned, I won't be drinking that much ever again. Anyway, about the whole experiment. I did, especially in my right leg, I will be adding that Smith machine Bulgarian to my program. Especially in my right leg. Yesterday and this morning, I walked around limped around but my left leg didn't have the same fatigue at all. I don't know, it's weird. I think that's the biggest problem. Whenever you train your left side, your right side also gets trained a bit, like stabilization and all that. And when you train your right, then it's already gotten trained a bit, so it gets way more fatigue than your left side, or vice versa. Also, this workout plan doesn't allow for the smaller muscles to get trained at all if you don't train like 6 days a week. Well, you could add 2 days more for the smaller muscles if you train 6 days a week instead of 4, which I did, but it just takes a while to train. Also very hard to find exercises which actually work. Compound movements are essentially non-existent. Not very fun as a program, nor is the training very fun, and the fatigue after is also pretty bad, since your right side is a lot more fatigued and then your left side is a lot more fatigued. You kind of walk like sideways a bit. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend this sort of program, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and remember, even when things aren't feeling alright, it's gonna be okay. See you.